What's up everybody, it's Matt from TDM Style here and welcome back to the channel for another hair product review, and this week we are having a look at the freshly reformulated Dapper Boy pomade from 3 Decker Pomade Co. Now, 3 Decker is also doing a giveaway for you guys, so stay tuned at the end of the video. I'll have some more details on that later. Alright, so getting right down to business, 3 Decker Pomade Company is a homebrew outlet out of Worcester, Mass, right here in the US, and right now they have a couple of pomade offerings. They have their Bless Up oil-based pomade, which I'll be covering in a future video, and of course the subject of today's video, the Dapper Boy pomade. Now this is their unorthodox water-based offering that advertises a firm hold with a matte finish, and it comes in this 4-ounce amber plastic jar at $16 US. And before I forget, they do also offer free US shipping on orders over 20 bucks. Now, for the packaging, I mean, I love the labeling, let's be real. The label is sickening. I like the name Dapper Boy with the kind of tatted up chihuahua on there. I just think it looks really cute. I mean, and who doesn't love doggos? Seriously, if you don't like doggos, get the fuck off my channel. No, but seriously, I really enjoy the labeling. I just think it looks really cool. Now, if you got their old formula, they did used to come in this glass jar with basically the same label, just with less color, and it was a clear label. Now, they are phasing out these glass jars. So if you order it now, regardless of which jar you get, you will get the new formula inside. But from what I hear, they did decide to move to the plastic jar instead to make international shipping a bit easier. All right, next up is everybody's favorite category of scent, and they're calling this Wachusett Woods. Fuck! Oh. I love the smell on this. It is a bit woodsy. It's light. It's not like punchy in your face. It's pretty light, and to be honest, I don't really smell it once I get it into the hair, which I know some of you will probably appreciate, but fuck. Ugh, it just, yeah, it's like woodsy and a little bit fresh and a little bit spicy and just like, I don't know, there's just like a tiny little hint of cologne. I suck at describing fragrances, but this one is delicious. Now we can quickly breeze through the ingredients on this one. I mean, it is a homebrew, so it's a pretty short list. We've got water at the top, followed by beeswax, then mango butter and coconut oil, and they include both of those ingredients in order to make this very nourishing and conditioning for your hair throughout the day. Then we've got some hydrogenated castor oil, microcrystalline wax, emulsifying wax, standard castor oil, Optifen Plus, I don't know what that is, it sounds neat, and then parfum at the end. And they do, you know, of course, make it known on their site, there's no parabens or any of that potentially yucky stuff in their products, so that's always nice to see. All right, now moving into the good stuff, application and styling. So the reformulation of this was meant to basically just add more hold to the product. It's always been advertised as a firm hold, but the main feedback that they got on their kind of first rendition of it was that it was more of a medium, so the new formula supposed to be a solid, firm hold. Now, in their directions, they do recommend that you apply it into towel-dried or dry hair. So, for the purposes of my demo, as always, I'm going into freshly blow-dried hair. As I've mentioned before, I just don't like styling into towel-dried or damp hair. My hair is just too unruly at that point. I need to blow-dry that bitch so that I can smooth it out and get the shape the way I want first. Now, before we actually get into the pomade, can we just take a quick second here to appreciate how amazing the Moroccan oil smoothing lotion is as a pre-styler? I mean, I just used it again for like the first time in a minute, and look at that shit. Fuck! But I digress. All right, so getting inside this bitch under the lid, you will see this white, creamy pomade, and as you might expect from the look of it, it scoops out super smooth and easy. And breaking it down in the hands is smooth, easy, creamy, kinda lotion-like. However, you will notice pretty quickly as you're breaking it down that it develops some pretty serious tack in the hands. So that was kinda concerning for me at first glance, but to my very pleasant surprise, it applies to my dry hair like fucking butter. I mean, there is some slight grip in there, but it is way smoother than I expected, to be perfectly honest. glides through like a charm, coats the hair easily, and going in with a second scoop even isn't bad either. It still stays nice and smooth. Now they do recommend 2 to 3 scoops for longer hair, and typically for me 2 scoops is plenty, and that will develop a pretty serious firm hold. Now obviously you can go in with a comb if you want that cleaner look, but that's just not my bag, so I do like to go in with a wider tooth texture comb or even my fingers, and you can get a pretty good textured look with this stuff. Now that medium shine is definitely a thing. However, if you give it about 15 minutes or so after you first apply it, it does die down slightly, but it is still definitely what I would consider a medium shine all day long. Now it does admittedly look a bit shinier in my camera lights here, so I did at the end of the day when I got home from work, I took a short amount of footage just out in natural sunlight so you can see kind of more realistically what the shine is. It's really hot. And you can also see this when I did this demo, it was hot as balls outside and about 1,000% humidity. So at around 8 hours later, you can see that some of this did kind of just melt out of my hair from the sheer heat. But even with that, it is still holding shape pretty well. And this does certainly remain 100% pliable all day. There is no hardening whatsoever, so it's really easy to get in there and fix it up however you may need to. For instance, this was just not a great cowlick day for me, this section in the back there, and admittedly that's, mostly my fault for just not blow drying it properly, but that bitch just did not want to sit still. But that's where the pliability of the product really kind of comes in handy, because now I can just swoop all my hair over the other direction to cover the cowlick and just deal with it that way. Because you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons and bail. Yes, I did steal that joke from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but I like it, so... So being that some of this kind of melted out of my hair at the end of the demo day, I decided to go in at that point with a third scoop just to see if I can kind of bring it back to life. And it really did. It didn't, amplify the shine any more than it already was in there. It just basically added more hold and just gave my hair back, kind of what it looked like first thing in the morning. And so now here you can take a look at this is like 12 hours later after that third scoop was applied, and it's still looking pretty damn good. Now in terms of the washout, again, very pleasantly surprised. This bitch rinses right out, no problem. You may need a regular shampoo depending on how much you put in there just to get it completely out, but even with just one standard shampoo, it's just easy. Alright guys, so overall thoughts on the, mother upside down, come on. Overall thoughts on the Dapper Boy water-based pomade from 3Decker. I quite like this stuff, man. Admittedly, the shine level is like bordering on too shiny for me, just personal preference wise, because as a person who likes to do vivid hair colors, I tend to like the more matte products because that just lets the brightness of the colors show through better. Essentially, the shinier a product, the more wet it makes my hair look, and thus the colors just look a little bit darker, so they're not quite as prominent. However, it's not so shiny that I don't want to use it. I mean, I've got it in my hair right now as well, and I think it looks pretty damn good. As far as the reformulation to increase the hold, I think they accomplished what they wanted to. This is a solid, firm hold, as long as you apply enough. You could easily apply like 1 scoop if you wanted a looser hold, but if you go in with 2 or 3, that bitch will stay right where you want it all day long. And even if it doesn't, if you get caught in some crazy windstorm or something, if you live in Tornado Alley, I don't know.
So wind is, it's a problem.
And it gets messed up, it stays super pliable, so it's easy to just go in with your fingers or a comb or whatever and just put it right back where you want it. Alright, now I did mention a giveaway at the beginning of the video, so if you made it this far, congratulations. Now we get the giveaway deets. So the giveaway will be posted on 3Decker's Instagram page, so you'll see a post, I'm going to share it in my story, I'll share it on my Twitter and Facebook and everything, and they're going to have all the instructions to enter there, and they're going to handle the rest. So definitely go check out that giveaway. Good luck to everybody who enters, and either way, I think it's definitely worth checking out Dapper Boy. I think they did a really fine job here. So that wraps things up for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Definitely stay tuned. We got lots of exciting stuff coming up real soon. Next week, we're talking about some Faith and Integrity pomades. We've got more budget series coming up. We've got some fucking skincare. We got all kinds of goodies coming. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all that. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.